Hi, my name is Becca. Welcome to Raising Them Simply. Here we share videos all about our secular homeschool family of 5. And today we are going to do a flip through of Math with Confidence, first grade. Now, if you are new here, I have an almost 6-year-old, an almost 3-year-old, and my 5-month-old here. And we are switching from The Good and the Beautiful over to Math with Confidence as our main math curriculum. There are several different reasons for this, but the main one is that I did not want something that was a spiral approach. I wanted a more of a mastery approach when it came to math. And my son does need way more hands-on games and different activities than The Good and the Beautiful could offer us. When I was doing my research for Math with Confidence, I saw that she has a lot of book recommendations and tons of hands-on activities, but it's also an open and go curriculum, and doing each lesson should only take about 20 minutes, which is exactly what we are looking for. So without further ado, I'm going to flip this camera around and I will show you a page-by-page review of Math with Confidence for first grade. All right, so with Math with Confidence, you get this instructor guide as well as the student workbook, and you cannot do this curriculum without both. This is very parent involved, so you do need the instructor guide for this curriculum. So when we first open it up, we have the table of contents, and she gives a little introduction into the curriculum, and she goes in how you can actually use this book to help with the program. She goes in how there are 2 different types of lessons, okay? So each week includes 5 lessons, 4 required core lessons, and 1 optional enrichment lesson. So she talks about how the core lessons are required, and those include a warm-up, a hands-on activity, the workbook, which takes 5 to 10 minutes, and then she talks about the enrichment lessons, which are optional. And then she goes into what you'll need. So you'll need 125 small counters, you'll need pattern blocks, coins, play money, and 2 packs of 100 blank index cards. You also need 2 packs of playing cards with 2 dice, a clock with hands, a ruler, blank paper, and pencils. And then she talks about how some parents prefer having a binder with plastic page protectors to help you save some of the stuff that you're creating. And I really appreciate this, how this sign she has up to remind you when you need to save something. Okay, so for Unit 1, I really enjoy how she goes in depth about why we're learning this and why we're teaching it that way, to help us better understand how the child's brain works, to help them retain the information. And so we jump right into week 1 review. So we're going to review the numbers to 10, review comparing numbers to 10, review counting, shapes and patterns, and enrichment and review for the optional. So with this being first grade level math, I do find when I was looking through this that some of the stuff is fairly easy. I understand that it's a review, but we did The Good and the Beautiful for kindergarten, and so we might just skip over this lesson altogether, or this first half, and start a little bit into it, because my learner might be a little bit bored going back to reviewing numbers 1 through 10. We'll just have to see what we're doing, but that's just a reminder for you as well, if you are watching this, that you don't have to start all the way from the very beginning. Kind of look at what your learner needs and then go from there. She also makes it, writes it so that way you have something that you tell the child, and then parts of it that you just read yourself. So it says, we need to make number cards for our math kit. We'll use the cards for activities and games. So you're going to use index cards to make flashcards from 0 to 10, and then she has that sign there to say, hey, save the cards so that you can use it in a future lesson. Now, if I look at the student workbook and we go to lesson 1, so this is where I'm saying some of this might be a little redundant for your learner depending on how well your child does at math and where they started off. So there's a connect the dots, going around to make an apple for 1 through 10 and trace the numbers. So if we go over to this lesson, this goes with that one that we just saw in the student workbook. So we're gonna warm up, count to 20. We're gonna write our numbers 1 through 10 and review greater than, less than, equal to, compare numbers, compare groups of objects in written numerals, and practice tracing the numbers 1 through 10. Okay, and then she lists what you need. So you need a small ball or a beanbag, your number index cards, counters, and the workbook pages 1.2a, 1.2b. So the workbook part of this would be, you would circle which numbers are greater than and circle the plate with the most cookies. And then for 1.2b, you're going to trace the numbers again, and you're going to put an X on the shape that is different. I'm going to skip ahead so that way we can take a look at what's more in the middle of the book, so you can get an idea once you get to that point. So for week 10, we're going to do minus 3 and minus 4 subtraction facts. So your child will learn the minus 3 and minus 4 subtraction facts, and he'll use the 10 frame to visualize the problems and find answers about counting. He will also learn to write fact families and use the term difference. Okay, so we have lesson 10.1, and we're going to introduce minus 3 and minus 4 facts. We're going to count by 5s to 60. We're going to learn the months of the year, review halves and fourths. We're going to introduce minus 3 and minus 4 subtraction facts, and we're going to practice those facts on the 10 frame in the workbook. The materials, you're going to have the 100 chart, counters, a printed wall calendar. You're going to have the subtraction tic-tac-toe game. All that stuff is included in the back of the book. And we're going to do the workbook pages 10.1a and 10.1b. Okay, so it's going to walk you through the warm-up. So you're going to demonstrate how to count by 5s to 60 and cover each number on the 10 chart as you say it. Then have your child count by 5s to 60 and have her remove each counter after she says the number underneath it. Okay, and then you're going to say to the child, today you'll learn the months. Every year has 12 months. You're going to point to the names of the months on the printed calendar and read them aloud to your child, and then have your child recite the names of the months in unison with you. You're going to draw a circle, a rectangle, and a square on a piece of paper, and have your child draw a line that splits the shape in half. You're going to draw another circle, rectangle, and square, and have your child draw lines that split each shape into fourths. And then we are going, for the activity, we're going to introduce those subtraction facts. So it walks you through in very plain terms what you say to the child and how to demonstrate it, even showing pictures for what you need to do for that. Now, if we look in the student workbook, this is that tic-tac-toe board that they were talking about. And these are the worksheets for practicing those subtraction facts. Now let's fast forward a couple more lessons. So for lesson 16.2, we're gonna write the numbers to 100. So again, it talks about what you're gonna do for the warm-up, the activity in the workbook, and then the materials that you need for that. For your warm-up, you're gonna work on counting, memory work, and review. And again, it says in bold everything that you need to say to the child. Everything that is not in bold, you just read to yourself. And then for the workbook for that, you're gonna write out how many and the tens in one place. And I really like and appreciate that these worksheets, they're only one page front and back. So this will be the new concept that you learn over here. And then generally, the second page is review. So this is review from something that they have learned in a previous lesson. I really appreciate as well in the student workbook how colorful and engaging it is. These lessons are relatively short. They should only take about 20 minutes. And in fact, Kate Snow, the one who created this book, she does not recommend that you spend more than 20 minutes on this anyway. I just really appreciate all of this and how engaging it is, because that is one of the things that we appreciated with The Good and the Beautiful, was how colorful and attractive it looked. Excuse the baby. At the back of the book here, at the back of the book, this is where you find the answer keys to the worksheets. So if you need that, another answer key back here. She also has a complete picture book list. Now this is something that I really appreciate. My learner specifically learns really well through picture books. And I think it's so cool that she provides this list of all these different books that I could get from the library or on Amazon or another bookstore that helps solidify the concepts that we're learning about in each lesson, and really shows how much fun math can be and how practical it can be. So she has this entire list of books and which lesson that you use them in. She also has a master material list and other supplies lists that you need throughout the curriculum. And then she has a game list and extra board games. So these are all different things in which lessons you should use it in to be able to help you go over different math concepts, which I just love that she took the extra time to add this in. She also has these additional games here. She has them listed as helpful resources. A lot of these go with the enrichment lessons, but you have all these different games to help solidify math concepts. So we have addition, climb to the top, subtraction, climb to the top, adding nines, bingo, adding eights, crash, addition, tic-tac-toe, subtraction, roll and cover. So all these cool games that you can play with your learner. She also has a hundreds chart here, so you could just copy this if you don't want to purchase one or print one off Google. So I just love all these different things that she includes with this curriculum. And that is Math with Confidence for first grade. Again, I just really love and appreciate this curriculum. I think it's so affordable. It was only about $30 or $40 off of Amazon. I know there's other places you can get it as well. It is very easy to open and go and do this curriculum, which if you've seen my previous videos, that is one of my biggest requirements in looking for a curriculum for our homeschool, is how easy it is to use and if it is open and go and not. I really appreciate the time that she took for the additional resources in the back of the book and how well this is laid out. I'm really excited and looking forward to doing math this year with my learner. Like I said, my son tends to be more advanced in math and it really clicks very easily. So I'm not sure if we are going to start this curriculum over at the very beginning. Maybe we will. I'll keep you guys updated on how we like it, but I am really excited about this curriculum and I think my son is going to enjoy it as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Hit that subscribe button. It's a great, free, and easy way to be notified of more content when I make it on this channel. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what kind of math you're using for your first grader or beyond, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.